Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to have Sonoro Metals here at the PDAC. It's the 15th anniversary. I'm attending the PDAC and I'm always looking for exciting companies. Today I'm talking with Ken McLeod. He is the president and CEO of the company, and I know him for more than 10 years, and he's a great guy. He's a good leader, and let's talk about his recent exploration activities in Mexico with Sonoro Metals, which is a gold exploration company in that region. Hi Ken, nice to meet you again here at the PDAC. Why don't you give our investors a brief background of Sonoro Metals, because it's the first time that we introduce your company to our investor community.
Yeah, first of all, I'll provide you with the structure of the company. Issued and outstanding is 24.7 million shares. The insiders control 30% of that. The company has $2 million in cash from the sale of one of the properties to Agnico-Eagle last year, and we are in the process right now of about to start drilling on two of our properties in northern Mexico. The San Marcial project has been the subject of our exploration for the past 3 years, and we've now identified many drill targets. We have a drilling permit for 34 drill holes, and we intend to start drilling in May of 2018. The other project, which is a newly acquired project, the Cerro-Caliche-Project, has been just acquired over the past 30 days. This project was a subject of extensive drilling by Corex Gold in 2008 and has demonstrated an inferred resource of over 300,000 ounces of gold and grading just under a gram. So we have a good head start with Cerro-Caliche. Our program right now is to identify or continue to identify additional areas of gold on the property. It's 1,300 hectares, so we have a lot of room to work with. And the goal is eventually to demonstrate at least 1 million ounces of gold on the property, which under the circumstances looks like a reasonable proposition.
Well, that's already a perfect summary, and I cannot really ask many more questions. But let's go into some details I could contribute. Are you surrounded by existing operating mines? Are you in a mining district area?
Both properties are in the mining district. The nearest property to the nearest producing mine to San Marcial is the San Francisco mine, owned formerly by Timmins, which is now Alio Gold, and that's 20 kilometers to our west. Similar geology, and our function now is to demonstrate, hopefully, a significant open pitable, heap leachable deposit at San Marcial. And then the other project, the Cerro-Caliche property, is surrounded by gold mines. Abutting us to the west is the Cerro-Prieto-Mine, operating on a heap leaching basis. To the east of us is the Merdcedes-Mine, and to the north of us is the Santa-Gertrudis deposit, which has now been acquired by Agnico-Eagle for over $80 million. So,
oh wow! So
geology there too.
So that's always good to be surrounded by existing operators. Ken, let's face it, are you a mine operator, or what is the game plan here with Sonoro? Do you want to explore the asset and later on maybe sell it to one of those surrounding partners and operators?
Well, the best example I can give you is Pediment Gold. Pediment was developed by some of our directors and by our geologists in Mexico, Mel Herdrick. Mel has a tremendous history of exploration and discovery in Mexico, having been the head of exploration Mexico for Phelps Dodge. Then he became the head of exploration for Pediment Gold. Because of the work that Mel did for Pediment Gold, they were able to have two discoveries. The company got taken over in 2011 by Argonaut Gold, and they've continued to develop the resources and the project. And so the goal for Sonoro is to identify and prove up the value of the properties that we have, and eventually at some point when the company has enough critical mass, have the company get taken over by a major company, and that's the plan.
Okay, we like that. As a summary, it's a lean business structure, business model, low OPEX and G&A, so actually all the money he has raised through the sale with Agnico-Eagle he can put into the ground and explore the asset. Outstanding shares are pretty low, so it's a great story, and it looks like if you can identify additional ounces in the ground, you will maybe do a deal again.
Oh, I think it's highly likely that we will identify additional ounces, especially at the Cerro-Caliche Project, because many areas of the property have pods of mineralization, and in between has not been explored extensively at all. So our role will be to identify these new areas of mineralization within the property, and we're very confident we can increase the resource quite substantially. At the other project, San Marcial, the earlier drilling by Queenstake and by Barrick in in the 1990s identified mineralization down to a depth of 30-40 meters with air track drilling, which is as deep as it could go at that time. And so our function will be to identify the areas in which Barrick and Queenstake did the drilling and deepen the resource. And we feel very strongly we will have a reportable resource over the next 12 months.
Okay, clear business strategy, clear focus, I like that. So have a look at Sonoro Metals. It's a company which is listed on the TSX Venture Exchange, also trading on the Frankfurt Exchange. So it's a news story, never been told in Europe, but it is something we should keep an eye on. Thank you very much, Ken. All the best for your success.
Thank you, Wolfgang. A pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.